It's gonna be a great fight. I'm saying, both of the guys are very skillful, very talented.
Absolutely.
And my opinion about what I think they are don't really make the fight.
Right, absolutely.
It's how them guys fight that night. We both of us know that both of the fighters are great fighters. So, it's just who can actually make the move that's
TerenceCrawford has now enlisted former undisputed heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield to help him prepare for the fight against Canelo Alvarez. Just when many thought training at Mike Tyson's gym was enough, Crawford has proven he's taking this seriously. When a boxing legend like Holyfield shows up, you don't talk, you listen. That's exactly what Crawford did during Holyfield's visit, staying focused and attentive. He only broke from listening once to do some light shadow boxing and pad work. It's clear Crawford wants this fight more than anything and plans to
work, man. Good work. Good work. Good work. Good work.
Holyfield understands what it means to be undisputed in multiple weight classes. He achieved that at both cruiserweight and heavyweight during his storied career. Speaking with Bout TV, Holyfield offered his thoughts on the Canelo vs. Crawford bout. He suggested the challenge might be too much for Crawford, noting that while Canelo's style is simple, it's highly effective. That said, Holyfield admitted Crawford has the skills to pull off the upset.
Necessary and get the guy before you get got. And so, that's the art of the game of boxing is it's about how you going to proceed to take it from him, but finding a way how to take it from him. If you just as strong as me, if you just as fast as me, I know I just can't run up there in the counterweight. Because can't nobody run up from me that in the counterweight. Because they're going to get him.
Absolutely.
And so, this going to be a technical fight that both these guys will find out what.
Trading like that before. He just said he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to do it.
Well, most of the other day, there's a picture of you and Rolls Royce, and you said at the quote is, "I can't remember how many of these I gave away." Tell me about that.
Yes, I don't know. Yes, when we used to have the money, I think I would have with him. You're not accustomed to that shit.
Holyfield emphasized Canelo's frightening punching power, but also pointed out his tendency to fatigue in longer fights. Mike Tyson even referenced Canelo's bout with Dmitry Bivol as an example. As fatigue sets in, Canelo's accuracy and power can decline, creating openings for opponents who survive the early rounds. Additionally, Canelo's defensive reflexes are not always reliable. He can be hit when caught off guard or when overcommitting to his offense.
A big guy tried to do this. Never found. Will be a tough one today, huh? Yeah, I think it'll be tough.
Who are you rooting for?
Crawford.
Okay. Everyone wants to know what you're going to do to Jake Paul in a few months' time.
This lack of defensive sharpness could prove costly against a fighter like Crawford, who thrives on exploiting mistakes and landing precision punches, according to Holyfield. Canelo also struggles against fighters with superior footwork and mobility like Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Plant, who have made him look uncomfortable in the ring. Canelo's straightforward, power-based approach might not suit him well against highly mobile opponents, who constantly shift angles and avoid trading.
Hey, Mike, Canelo Crawford. Crawford's in the building. Canelo fights this weekend. What do you think of that fight?
Where's the fight gonna be at?
Well, they say in Vegas, maybe in September, but Canelo's got to get through.
Moreover, Canelo's flat-footed stance can be a liability against agile boxers with quick feet and creative movement.
I said Crawford too. It's really a pick'em fight. I used to. I'm gonna be happy either way.
Despite these weaknesses, Canelo remains an elite fighter. He possesses exceptional punching power, accurate counterpunching, and quick head and body movement. His training is intense and tailored to his needs: long-distance runs to boost stamina, technical boxing drills to fine-tune technique, and sparring sessions to simulate real fight conditions.
Right now, you keeping your eye on like a Crawford or anybody like that?
I just came from Crawford's last fight.
In LA?
Yeah.
You went to it. What'd you think?
I thought that was a tough guy, and that guy gave, you know what I mean? I'm glad that he came back the last 2 rounds. You know, that guy was very awkward and strong.
Super awkward.
Yeah, and this guy fights anybody. Crawford fights anybody.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that, you know, because you got to look good in order for you.
Canelo's team is meticulous in selecting sparring partners who emulate the style and size of upcoming opponents. This strategic approach has helped him adapt to a range of opponents and weight classes. His continued success is rooted in constant improvement and an unwavering work ethic. Canelo's passion for the sport drives him to evolve and maintain his dominance.
Because if you fight this guy, you don't look good. The fans, I don't want. He's not gonna look good or win with this guy. You gotta constantly have fights that you know and fight a guy that's gonna make you look good. The guy gotta pressure you or something. You know, this guy's running around. Crawford's not used to this kind of movement and
Weird
stuff.
fit.
Yeah, awkward as a mother.
You think though? Are you ready?
His mental toughness is another critical asset. Canelo has consistently demonstrated resilience in tough situations, learning from setbacks and using them as fuel to grow. Whether facing a difficult opponent or the pressure of being the sport's top name, his mental fortitude keeps him locked in. His legendary career, which includes titles in 4 weight classes, is a product of physical prowess, strategic preparation, and psychological.
What do you think about Terence Crawford calling out Canelo?
You know, I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight. You know, and
I hate that fight for him, Tyson said on the It Is What It Is podcast. The weight difference is too much. He recalled Crawford's 2020 bout against Israel Madrimov at 150 pounds, which went to decision, a rare outcome for Crawford. Since 2016, to fight Canelo, Crawford would have to jump to weight divisions, and Tyson doesn't believe that's a smart move.
he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, because this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. He should have fought a guy that was just come straight at him. The guy was too awkward.
He's herky-jerky.
Initially opposed to the matchup, Iron Mike later softened his stance. He pointed out that in boxing history, smaller men have defeated much larger opponents. Citing Henry Armstrong as an example, Tyson emphasized that determination matters more than size. Size is irrelevant. Determination is everything, he said. Tyson seemed to warm to the idea even more after seeing comments from rising stars Keyshawn Davis, Shocker Stevenson, and Crawford himself.
We the best boxers in the town.
We the best boxers. Stop playing, bro. We got Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, Terence Crawford. We the best. Stop playing. Who can beat us? Nobody. Stop playing. We got Mike Tyson right here.
This moment of clarity came during the Fatal Fury card in Times Square, where Rolando Romero defeated Ryan Garcia. "No one can beat us. We're the best champions," shouted an ecstatic Keyshawn Davis in Manhattan. Stevenson and Crawford echoed. Davis' confidence, signaling that Iron Mike's support had grown stronger.
Canelo versus who? Canelo did what he had to do to get the victory. What do you want next? It seems like that's going to be the fight tonight. Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, the biggest fight in boxing. Well, Canelo's the face of boxing. He's the best fighter for TerenceCrawford out there. He's the biggest fight for TerenceCrawford out there. So that's why TerenceCrawford want to take the opportunity to share a ring with another great. How do you beat him? You'll see.
Following one of Canelo's recent victories, a reporter asked, "What's next?" The answer was clear. TerenceCrawford, that's the fight. The reporter said, "Canelo is the face of boxing. He's the best available opponent for Terence. Crawford, that's why Crawford wants to share the ring with another great." The reporter then posed the ultimate question. How do you beat him? You'll see.
Everyone's talking about the weight differences. What's your kind of response to that, Terence? That's why we fight the fight. So September 12th, we all going to see if the weight going to make a difference or not. Do you want to fight him twice and then retire? Is that kind of the ideal thing for you? One fight at a time. One fight at a time. What did you make of, I know you didn't say much on tonight, the effectiveness of William School? He came to go to decision as opposed to win the fight. Would you agree with that?
Crawford's ability to switch stances from orthodox to southpaw mid-fight makes him a nightmare to deal with. This allows him to create angles and exploit weaknesses. His hand speed and footwork are among the best in the sport, allowing him to land quick combinations while avoiding danger. Tyson noted that Crawford's ring generalship, his control of space and pace is elite and often overlooked.
He was boxing well, and then he just stopped doing what he was doing earlier. I don't know. I can't call it.
Do you think Canelo slipped as a fighter?
No, I don't. I just think that, William was doing a good job neutralizing Canelo power punches. He was just moving a lot.
Do you think that's a style you have to employ in points of the fight?
I don't know, because if you watch the styles that beat him, they didn't move a lot. They moved a little bit, but not.
Crawford uses his jab, movement, and ring IQ to dictate the fight. He adjusts tactics mid-fight based on his opponent's style. Whether facing a pressure fighter or a counterpuncher, his adaptability and high-level training, including sparring, conditioning, and drills, have kept him at the top. However, Tyson has pointed out that Crawford does have flaws, particularly when fighting off the back foot against pressure fighters. In bouts against Kell Brook and Egidius Kavaliauskas, Crawford struggled when pressed and could be caught off guard.
Canelo become undisputed again, and I beat Canelo. What could they say? They'll say something, but
yeah, they're gonna find something. You know that.
But what can they really say?
All right.
So that's the legacy fight right there for me. I'm not looking at.
Though body shots didn't drastically affect Crawford in those fights, they remain a vulnerability. He tends to keep a high guard, leaving his body open for attack. Against elite body punchers like Canelo, this could become a real issue overall. While Crawford is a highly skilled and versatile fighter, his minor weaknesses are worth noting. Sean Porter acknowledged this, saying, "No question. Just look at how great he was against Errol Spence Jr." In an interview with Fight Hub TV's Marcos Villegas, Porter expressed concern about the size difference, especially over 12 rounds. However, he also noted that Canelo tends to slow down as fights progress, which could give Crawford an opening later in the bout.
The others say, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later. And he's still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a...
Porter, who was stopped by Crawford in the 10th round of their 147 lb title fight, doesn't believe Canelo has the upper hand. Speaking of fight hype, Porter said Crawford holds several advantages over an aging Canelo, Boxing isn't just about strength. It's about brains, speed, stamina, and experience, Porter explained. Crawford's got a lot going for him. Canelo isn't who he was 3 or 4 years ago. His decline isn't sudden, but it's noticeable. Porter concluded by saying a fight between them would be both intriguing and competitive.
I'm a fight doctor. New, improved fight doctor. Right, you nailed it. You said Crawford would wash Pence. It happened. You saw what happened. It was a decapitation. Yes, it was. But you know what? Pence Crawford is a civil fighter. And it'd be hard to beat him. Anybody at 154 or he was 60 or he was 68. But the mercy of Monty, he trained him.
Las Vegas will host one of the most anticipated fights of the year on September 12th. TerenceCrawford versus Canelo Alvarez. Both are undisputed champions. While Canelo is the favorite, due to size and weight, analysts believe Crawford has the skills to compete. Former boxer Tim Bradley thinks Crawford's style will confuse Canelo, who struggled against slick boxers like William Skull. Tony, another former champion, compared the situation to his own shocking win over Evander Holyfield. I'd have Crawford. It's all about skill, Tony said. When I beat Holyfield, everyone pointed to the size difference. But skill won the day. Crawford can do the same.